Hi guys, so today I have a very interesting game for you. I think you'll all enjoy it, but first we'll start with the rune page. So I'm running Deathfire Touch, Mana Fullband, Celerity, Gathering Storm as the main runes. And then for secondary runes, we've got Magical Footwear, Jack Roll trades, capitalizing off of the amount of stats that Senna actually builds. Then for stats, we've got Adaptive Force, Move Speed, and Health Scaling. And then with itemization, we'll start with Black Cleaver first, upgrade boots into Swifties, and then support item into Bloodsong. Then for extra healing, we're going Echoes of Halia, Infinity Edge, and then finishing with Chempunk as the last item for anti-heal. Game is really interesting with Wukong leaving and us not remaking, but we nearly win, so please enjoy. Well, we start off the game with some, pretty good poke. We get the Zeri down a bit. I keep walking up to auto to poke. Due to the fact that Senna is a healing character, it makes this lane a lot easier because we can somewhat poke for free while we have minions. Yeah, step up and try to zone them off quite a few times. Get some stacks off of Zeri, and then we kind of just chill a little bit. Had a not so amazing trade first by getting hit by the Zilean Q. But we keep healing up, popping off the Jhin, and looking for the level 2 all-in. So yeah, we hit level 2, hit my W off Zeri, and then we all-in. The double stun. With Jhin getting exhausted, I knew that he wouldn't be able to kill unless he had 4th shot. So also the fact he was out of range, so I take it just so we can get the first thing. Also helps me get my item quicker, which also means he in turn gets higher healing. This next is just kind of going around healing, making sure that I can't be hit by the Q so that I don't give them an early kill as well. Do a bit of tower damage. We back off a bit. I don't have much mana. I go back in. Zeri has no items. So we pick her off. Then hitting a W Zilean. So back to lane again. And this time they have us pushed under. Just gonna be poking through wave with my Q. Seeing if I can actually walk up to do it, clear some boards. Control Road River, just in case. I managed to get a bit off the side of them, but can't quite auto-attack any of them in time, and miss my W. But back to poking. A really good W off Jhin, but I just didn't follow it up because I got spooked by the Zilean Q. Sadly, we miss an opportunity to chunk down the Zeri there, but it's all good. We are so massively ahead at this point that small mistakes like that aren't really going to change much, as long as we aren't dying for these small mistakes. And there we go. Now we can all in the Zeri again. Don't quite kill, but chunked. I can heal, Zilean can't. Both of them are pretty low. If they stay, at least one of them dies. I'm just doing a bit of tower damage. So now with Aatrox ganking, my entire thing is I need to CC him, keep us both topped up so that he can't get a free kill. So I managed to land the CC. Jhin gets another really good W on the Aatrox. I woke up to bait Aatrox stuff, knowing that I can still Q. And then he walks under greeting, and we get a kill. I believe Jhin then walks off and kills the Zilean as well to get a nice double for us. So at this point, lane is you know, practically won. Back at lane again. Now that they have a few items, I sort of want to limit test, yeah. But at the same time, you know, getting Jhin kills. So I'm sort of pushing, hoping that I'd be able to sort of fight that. But sadly, I missed my W. At this point in the game, I'm convinced, you know, I am items up, and considering my first item is really good with Phage, I'm convinced that I can 1v1 the ADC. So, yeah, Zeri makes a big mistake of all-inning and pays the price for it, as does Zilean. Realistically, I think they should have backed off there because of how ahead we are. I see that Scuttle's getting damaged, so I ult, just to see, you know, who it is, do a bit of damage, maybe heal up another lane. I didn't really look at the map there, to be honest, but now we know that they're probably on Drake. They're not, but, you know, after seeing him do Scuttle, we then start it. Because realistically, like, our jungler is AFK. We have to get objectives somehow. We've just seen Aatrox's bot, but we've seen him back off. Me and Jhin are ahead. Ahri is currently neutral, but ahead on CS. We managed to get it. But the fight after does not go well. But at least we get Drake. Plus side. You see, I genuinely nearly get out as well. And that's really sad. So again, on lane. This time I'm alone. So I know, you know, I do a lot of damage here. See if I can limit test properly. Yeah, it takes me a second realization for the Zilean ult, but one ult down. Still not really a good fight here, so I'm just trying to bait them while Jhin walks down. It gets a really good CC in this guy, but I ping that they've, you know, ulted and everything. Back on in this time with Jhin, looking top, seeing what's happening. Going for my stacks and playing the poke game, really. If I miss my W, we can't really all in just because of Zeri's movement. It's just looking for them angles at the moment. Keeping myself and Jhin topped up. Making sure that he can keep farming for free. And that I'm able to use my orbs. It's one thing that some supports are a bit too scared of using their orbs a lot. So we bait the Zilean ult here. Probably shouldn't have powered though for that with Zeri being really low. And it does lead to me just getting killed by Aatrox. Jhin picks it up after. But it's just too much. Ziggs and thingy up. So now Zeri's alone on lane that we can just all in now. Basically for free. It's just a free kill. Free 300 gold for Jhin. Zilean runs away. I think he's warning. So, big mistake a lot of supports make, actually, especially in solo queue. So Jhin just gets a disgusting kill here, to be honest. Like, his damage at this point is just unbelievable. Yeah. So we're looking for a dragon fight here, I think. But we don't really know who's there. I was not able to save. I should have just kept ulting instead of ulting here. But I managed to pick off Zeri. Yeah, Ari comes down and we're able to pick off Zilean as well. Second IW. At this point, we're just trying to get them. We were trying. Well, I was at least trying to get Aatrox to somewhat focus me, just so that he'd come off of Drake and give Ari a chance to steal. But didn't happen. Yeah, biggest mistake. This is something for ADCs to bear in mind, and for supports to bear in mind, is that supports ward a lot. And a lot of the time, supports will roam to ward at really unopportune times, but it's very important that you, as an ADC, when your laner is not there, just back off. Back off and focus on farm. So yeah, W red buff in hopes that it CCs the Aatrox or something. I get killed by Yorick, but Jhin then picks it up. Moving behind mid for the team fight. This is Zeri getting rid of Zilean ult. Bessa then gets Zilean. We get Ziggs ult as well, which, god damn. I wasn't thinking about it in game, to be honest, because I was just like, okay, well I can heal everything, it's fine, but that is a lot of damage. And granted, I'm pretty sure I was in the center, but still. We got another fight here. This time it's me kind of trying to bait them into us. It somewhat works, but I do definitely go the wrong direction. I should have just followed Ambessa there. They might have followed me properly. It's a horrific W from me. But you know, I'm just poking them down with my Q and my ult in hopes that someone will get a kill. There we go. And then lock down the Aatrox and ult. So a really good triple off that for my team. Relatively low risk value as well. They were a bit spread out after after trying objective. But we managed to just get out after getting a triple, which is really good. So Ori lands a really, really nice E there. So I start chasing the Zeri just to back off from the fight, which lets them get the kill on Zilean. With 0 risk. I'll make a mistake there of just face checking. Should not be face checking Dragon, but we get a kill out of it, nonetheless. Get a nice juicy 300 gold for myself as well, which will get me closer to IE a lot quicker. This is a really bad fight. I should not have went in there at all. I should have just sort of played my range and poked, which is what I'm meant to do. But scaring Aatrox away is just so that you can't take turrets. We move down. He's sort of in a try attempt to fight. I think he's just fully left though. So you see, Wukong is still AFK. Despite that, if you look at the map, you know, all things considered, we are doing incredibly well. So I decided not to chase a Zillion there. I'm pretty sure he's baiting into Aatrox or into Zeri. You know, one of them will be upriver. And I'd rather just collect wave. You know, in games like this, I'm a glorified ADC, not just a support anymore. Realistically, probably should have built another damaging item instead of Echoes looking back, just because although Echoes gives good healing, it's not great when I'm, you know. Really stupid death, yeah. I should not have fought that. And it gets both me and Jin killed. That's not ideal. A little bit of vision on Baron. So I ult it. And then we rush to it. We can't steal it just because of smite. So I'll pick up a nice little Ziggs kill here. Aatrox has already left, like he's no longer a threat. This Aatrox has played mainly split pushing and passive the entire game, so I know I can get away with this somewhat for free. Yeah, I go and collect top wave. You know, I'm really close to IE, so I just want to collect this wave and just finish the item off. So here's a really big mistake that I made. I believe this is a mistake a lot of top laners make as well. Although, on the opposite end of it, let's say we're both invade, like, well, I'm invading. I used an ability that showed through the wall. I didn't think it would, because I wasn't in vision, but it does, and it gets me completely killed. It's such a silly death. I see that 2v1ing. Well, so I ping for top because Yorick is a massive threat when it comes to taking and hitting stuff. So I'm just sat poking him down, trying to queue through wave so that his minions aren't doing too much damage to me, trying to keep health up. In games like this, health matters. I mean, we can't really take fights unless we're at an advantage, so having that long range bulk is, you know, essential. See Aatrox, so I just try to W him, get some vision, do a little bit of damage, but he is already far too gone. I go back mid with my team. Although we don't have numbers advantage, they do keep trying to split push, so as long as I stick on my team, we can still have a good fight. Mbessa gets a really good ult off here. Sadly, Ziggs flashes. Mbessa kills them. But, you know, we definitely overextend here. We went way too far into that territory. Leads to me getting killed by Zeri. I'm pretty sure Mbessa gets killed as well. It's really unlucky, but we shouldn't overextend. You know, right now, just defending. I think that's the name of the game right now, is just defend till I need to get back and see if we can push after that. But, you know, we only managed to get one Drake, and that's fine. You know, we don't have a jungler. I mean, if the jungler returned at any point, I feel like we would have been able to get them back up to snuff. Actually progress the game. But, yeah, getting executioners, yeah, just so that I have the anti-heal to deal with the Aatrox. Because goddamn, his healing is gross. And when I pressed tab earlier, nobody had anti-heal. I know we didn't need it, but with him scaling off Drakes, etc., especially with Ocean Drakes, I just thought we really needed anti-heal now. There's a fight going on bot lane. Well, that'll be a fight bot lane. But I'm just focusing on defending. Can't let the towers get more damage than they are. So now I'm just going to play around Jhin and Ahri. Ahri being my duo, and Jhin currently being one of the carries. Just a quick ward. From Zillion being there. Pretty sure they're on Baron. You can't quite kill him because of movement speed. It's just shouldn't have fought here, to be honest. We should have just backed off and prepared a defense. Yeah, I get hit by a bunch of stuff just because I didn't sidestep. Get hit by the edge of Zerial and die. Not a pretty death. Sadly, I'm just making, at this point, I'm just making too many mistakes despite us being one person down. I needed to play a lot better than this. With the sidestepping and just decision making, I want to take fights. And, sadly, that death just leads to complete overwhelm in base, and we lose. You know, all things considered, really good game when you take into account that someone left.